Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wine and Wellness. I'm Lindsay Brantley, the founder of Camellia Alise and the Camellia Alise Academy, and I am super excited to be here with you guys today. We do have something to talk about. We got a lot to talk about today, so I am actually going to pour myself some more wine, y'all, with all this tea that I'm about to be spilling. So first and foremost, I'm sure y'all probably saw the title. I will be doing a giveaway on IG, and I'm going to do a giveaway on Facebook today. So for Facebook viewers, I'm going to be giving away a book, and for my IG viewers, I'm going to be giving away our Firm Up. So all you're going to have to do to comment, like I'll give you guys the hashtag in a couple minutes, and the first person to throw them out into the comments is going to be the person to get it. Let's see, what kind of wine is that? Oh, I'm drinking a Pinot Grigio today, y'all. This is called Fogbank Vineyards. That's what I'm drinking today. All right, so I have a lot of stuff. I'm super excited at the end to give the giveaway, but we have been having so many changes here at Camellia Academy, and I'm really excited for all of the changes. Our team is growing. We are growing, and so I'm just excited to give you guys the information, okay? So first and foremost, I do want you guys to know, for the first time in 4 years, y'all, in 4 years, we have increased prices on classes. Our team is growing, the demand is growing. With everything that happened with COVID, we never went up during COVID, but because of some equipment interruptions, material costs, we are slightly going up on our classes. Now, just because we're going up on our classes does not mean that we're going to give you the same thing for the same amount. We have also started to include more in our packages, more in the equipment. We're upgrading some of the machines for those of you who do our business in a box package. So do not worry. Just because we've increased the price a little bit does not mean that you're going to get less. Thank you guys so much that are joining us. Like I said, I'm just now starting with the announcements, and I'm going to do a giveaway at the end. So for those of y'all who are tuned in live, at the end, I'm going to be doing a giveaway on Instagram and Facebook, okay? So first announcement is that we have slightly gone up on our prices. It's not going to be anything crazy. We're talking like $100 or something like that. But we have gone up on some of the class prices. Second announcement is policy changes. We have made a couple of changes to some of the policies for our classes, as far as, you know, people coming in late, people leaving early. We just want to make sure that if we're only training, like right now our max is 4 students. I believe in every student that comes into our class getting the opportunity to do a service and receive a service. So y'all don't just come in and, you know, do like 2 minutes on somebody. No, you get the service, you're going to give the service to somebody. So if we are doing that, each person needs to be committed to the time that it takes. Like if your class says 9 to 3, you can't leave at 1 because you have a flight, right? Like that's not fair to the other person who has devoted their time to that class. So we made a couple policy changes, but it's all for the good. If you guys have any questions, all of the changes are on our website. You know, we don't hide anything. All frequently asked questions have been updated. Everything is there, but you can always call me or my staff, and we'll kind of answer questions about what you need to do to enroll, what the policies are, all that stuff. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. The third announcement, the exciting one, is that we do have third-party financing now. We've always had internal payment plans, so you can always take your time. If you need to make $100 payments at a time, we will work with you. You do whatever it is that you need to do to get to class. We don't expect you to have money up front, but now we have aligned with a third-party financer. So if you want to go through them to, you know, get the money up front, we have those links on our pages, on the website, also in our bio and Instagram. It's very easy to find out about the financing options if you need them. So they are now available for students, okay? Fourth exciting announcement is that we do have a tour coming. At the end of this year, you know, my team and I have all gotten vaccinated. We're all like trying to make sure we're keeping everybody safe. So we have decided that we are going to go on the road at the end of the year. We're going to do 5 to 6 cities. So we will be posting the cities that we're going to be doing outside of the Houston area. We'll probably be posting it mid-June so that you guys can start, getting everything together if you want to take one of the classes out of town. Now, that will not change the Houston operations because we will always be doing classes in Houston, at least twice a week. We're going to keep the classes going, but we are going to do a couple of cities so that everybody doesn't necessarily have to travel into us, okay? So that's an announcement as well. And I just wanted to briefly mention one thing that's been happening a lot lately. I've had a lot of people calling for our refresher courses because they're taking classes with people who are not certified instructors, who are, taking their money, not explaining things to them, not showing them what they need to do to start their business, or if their equipment breaks, they're not standing behind it. Like, there's just been a lot going on in this industry. So I tell you guys this all the time, but I'm going to tell you again, please make sure you do your research. Pick up the phone and call these people before you enroll in their classes. We do not mind doing refresher classes for you guys, but I've had in the past 2 weeks, 2 people call me from students who got certified either at our school or at another school, and then 3 months later decided to teach a class, and then people felt like they were robbed or they didn't get what they need. I can't fix other people's mistakes, and I can't give you your money back for what you paid for someone else. All I can do is teach you the correct way and make sure that you have the information that you need. And I'm so sorry that that is happening across the industry, but I just renewed my TDLR, my TWC paperwork, making sure that I am going to continue in the state of Texas to be a licensed school, a licensed instructor. I'm going to do what I need to do to make sure that I stay compliant and give you guys the best education that I can possibly give you. So please just make sure that you do your research before you guys go into some of these classes. And I also wanted to explain, I said it before, but our classes are different because we do not offer classes where there's 20 people in a class. Each of you get, 30 seconds on a model. No, we teach a class where you're going to get to practice on someone and that person is going to practice on you. That is our hands-on experience, okay? So I hope that that information kind of helped you guys out a little bit. I just was super excited to, go through some of the announcements that we have had, some of the changes we've had, good and some good and bad, some of the things that are coming up soon. Wanted to share those with y'all. So now I'm actually going to get into this week's topic. But before I do, I was so excited to give y'all the announcements that I didn't toast y'all. I was pouring up my wine, but I didn't toast to you guys. So I want to toast to each and every one of you for making it through Hump Day. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing week so far. Y'all more than halfway through. So toast to you. I hope that you guys have your glass of wine, and then we're going to go into retail do's and don'ts. All right. Okay. So let's talk retail, y'all. I hope that each and every person under the sound of my voice, if you are in business, especially if you are a service provider, okay? If you're in the body contouring, you're in the spa industry, you're a cosmetologist, whatever you are, I hope that you are also selling retail. If you are not selling retail, you are doing yourself a disservice, okay? Every client comes to you not just for the service that you're going to provide, but they also want you to tell them, what should I be eating? What should I be drinking? Do I need detox tea? Do I need a waist trainer? What kind of skincare products should I be wearing after this facial? You guys could be selling all of that to your clients. You are missing out on the opportunity to increase your revenue. It's so easy to do a facial and then say, look, based on what I saw, you need this wash, this toner to keep everything going. It's really easy to do that. They're coming to you because you are the experts, okay? So retail, yes, you should be doing retail. You should definitely be doing retail. And if you're not, you're missing out. But what I find is that there are a lot of people who want to go into retail, selling retail products, but they don't know what they should be doing, what they shouldn't be doing. They're cutting corners, and not because they know better, because they don't know better. So I just wanted to go through a couple of retail do's and don'ts. Y'all give me, a few minutes to go through those with y'all, and then I'm gonna announce my giveaway, okay? All right, so giveaway will be up in about 10 minutes. All right, so retail do's and don'ts. The first mistake that I'm seeing a lot of, guys, we do retail discounts and then we also do private labeling. Every company does not do private labeling. Let me just explain what that means. If you go to somebody and you're like, hey, I want to buy 10 of your products, can I get a discount? And they say, oh yeah, I'm going to do a wholesale account for you. You're going to get 30% off. That is wholesaling. You are wholesaling. You're getting a wholesale discount. You're getting a 30% discount because you're buying multiple. Private labeling is when I sell you a jar of my products with your label on it. That means you are a private label customer. You have my product, but your name is on it. That's the difference. So wholesaling is when you're selling something with someone else's name on it, but you're getting a discount for it. Private labeling is actually putting your name on it. Our company, our skincare company, does both. But what you guys need to know is you cannot just take a product, buy it from somebody off the shelf, put it in jars with your name, and call it a day. You can't do that. That is highly illegal. Okay, that person can sue you. You can get sued by the person who bought the product because if you don't have the right stuff on the label and they're allergic to it, there's a lot that can go along with that. So my first retail don't is do not just take something off of a shelf or buy something off somebody's website and put your name on it. Okay, that is highly illegal. Call the person, call the company, ask them about private labeling or about wholesale discounts. Do not just put your name on it, okay? So that's the first thing I wanted to say. Secondly is changing prices. So if I sell a product retail for $35, you can't just buy my product and then say, I'm gonna sell it for $20, or I'm gonna sell it for $50, or I'm gonna put it on eBay for $10. You can't do that. So when you're selling retail products, you have to enter into a retail agreement with those people that you're wholesaling with, and they will tell you, you can discount the product up to 15%. You can mark it up to 50%. They'll tell you those things. So ask the question so that you don't make the mistake. Because if we produce a product and on our website it's 35, but on your website it's 20, that's a problem because you're undercutting the profits of what the product is, and you're undercutting it for yourself because you could be making an extra $15 on that product, okay? So don't just change the prices on the product without asking the question. The other reason that private label and wholesale contracts are so important is because there are FDA compliant laws when it comes to labels. Like I was telling y'all before, every product has to have a certain amount of ingredients on it. If someone is allergic to coffee and I have a caffeine-based product and they don't know that coffee is in it and they use it, they can sue you. So the FDA requires that you put certain things on the label. And if you don't know that, you don't reach out to the manufacturers, then you could cause someone to get very sick. This actually happens a lot with coconut. There are people that are allergic to coconut oil. If you don't put that there's coconut oil in your product, you can get in a lot of trouble if somebody has a coconut or nut allergy, right? So just keep those things in mind when you're selling a product. Communicating with the vendors. I wanted to talk to you guys about that, okay? Understand that every country has different needs, different expectations, different, things going on. For instance, you guys may have seen me post a couple weeks ago that our wood tools were being delayed in Colombia. Colombia has had all-out war going on. There's all kinds of stuff. So if you are trying to reach out to a vendor in Colombia and they're not reaching out to you, it's not because they don't want your business. They do want your business. They're in the middle of a war. So literally my manufacturer is like, look, they're burning DHL trucks right now. So we can't get a DHL or a FedEx truck out to bring your stuff sometimes. So you need to be aware of what's going on, where those vendors are, what's going on with them. But no matter where you're trying to buy from, keep in mind that before I was in medical aesthetics, I was a structural engineer and I have a background in procurement, international procurement. So I'm used to talking to people in China, talking to people in Korea, been to Korea, talking to people in Colombia. You guys might not be used to that. That's okay. Everybody has to start somewhere. But you need to know that they're on different time zones. So if you're calling someone at 8 a.m. and they're in China, they're going to sleep or going home. Okay, so think about the time difference when you're trying to communicate with vendors in other countries. Don't get mad because it takes them a day to respond to you because they're in a different country and a different time zone. Okay, so think about time changes. Think about what's going on in the country, okay? And then also you need to think about your timetable. What may take, normally a week to get, when COVID happened, oh my God, it was like, this is gonna take 2 months. What used to take me, 2 weeks to get from my vendors, now it takes 25 days, right? So you guys, when you communicate with the vendors, ask them, how long is it gonna take? What's the minimum quantity I have to order from you? Who are you shipping it through? Because, depending on who they're shipping it through, some of the, I'll tell you, some of the Chinese shipping agencies, you really can't track it very well. So I like to make sure that I'm like, hey, can you ship this through FedEx, UPS, DHL? I know it may cost the extra $20, but at least I know that I can ship it and it'll get here on time, right? So you need to ask those kind of questions to your vendors, especially if they're international. Now, if they're within the country, you need to kind of ask them the same questions. How long is it going to take for me to get this? If something breaks, do you have the inventory to fix it? If the product comes damaged, who's responsible for that? If a product, comes to me damaged and they're like, oh, well, you waited more than a week, so now it's not our responsibility. That's my fault because I should have known how long I have to report damages to them. We are all guilty of that. You'll get a box and you're like, oh, that's my wood tools. I don't need them right now. And then you go 2 weeks later, you open it and your wood tools are broken. That kind of stuff happens all the time. But you need to know what the policy is for your vendor. How long do I have to inspect this stuff before, I just lost my money, okay? So there's a lot of things that come along with retail that you guys need to be aware of. But I would say the number one tip I can give you is just communication. Ask the vendors questions and, ask until you are comfortable. And if they stop answering the questions, then that might not be the vendor for you, okay? Because if something gets lost or broken, I can't tell you how many machines I've gotten that were being held up in customs or, something happened with this machine, it was broken or this and that. I have to be able to communicate with people, whether they are down the street or whether they're in China or Colombia, wherever. You have to know how to communicate with your vendors in order to get good results, get good pricing. Always ask about wholesale discounts. If I buy 10 of something from you versus 20 of something versus 50 of something, am I going to get discounts for, those bulk, or do I just have a fixed rate that you can give me for wholesale discounts? Ask them if they private label. Like I said, don't just stick your name on stuff. Ask them. And then the other piece of advice I always give for retail, never, ever, 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 guys, sell a product to your client that you yourself have not tried. Because everybody's always going to ask, well, what happened when you tried it? How did it feel? What do you think about this waist trainer? You're like, I don't know. I don't wear that one. How can you sell something to me if you yourself have never tried it? So those are just some of the retail's, basic do's and don'ts that I really thought were important because a lot of people are having issues right now with retail. I will tell you for sure, if you're buying fajas, Colombian fajas, or if you're buying wood tools directly from Colombia, you're probably having supply issues right now. We're not, thank God, we were able to get a large shipment out right before all of the stuff happened. But we were able to get a large shipment out before all this stuff happened, but it is an issue. So I hope that helped you guys out when it comes to, some different retail tips, things you need to be looking for. And then also some of the announcements, like I said, the things that I gave you guys as far as the tour, we'll be posting more about that later. We'll be, like I said, if you want to find out about financing options, the link is in our bio and it's also available via email if you request it. It's also on the website on the Academy page. So just wanted to kind of give you guys some updates on what's been going on. So now I'm going to do the giveaways. Okay, so everybody who's live with me right now, I'm doing one giveaway on Instagram and one giveaway on Facebook. So what I want you guys to do to put in the comments really quickly is hashtag giveaway 2021. So the first person in each one of them that sends me the comment via IG and Facebook will win the prizes. So Instagram, you guys are getting a firm up, and Facebook, you're getting the book. So I'm gonna give y'all about 10 seconds to type it in. All right, so Instagram, we got a winner. It's Holistic Soul Aesthetics. So you just won the 8-ounce firm up. Yay! So I will be DMing you to get you to get your address so we can ship this over to you. All right, and then let me see who we got. Oh, look at that. All right, so for Facebook, it's Eliza. All right, you won on Facebook. So we will be sending you guys a message on Facebook really quickly. I will get your address and we will send both of those giveaways out to you. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna keep doing these giveaways, y'all. And if there's anything that you guys would like for us to specifically address, I think I'm gonna try to do a giveaway live on YouTube next week. So if y'all aren't subscribed to our YouTube channel, definitely do that. And yeah, we'll keep things moving. If you guys have questions or things that you want me to talk about business-wise on Wine and Wellness, please send me the topics, and we will definitely continue just going back and forth with business topics. I want to strengthen each and every one of you guys. I want you to be successful. If you're successful, I'm successful. Like I said, I've taught hundreds of students. You guys are amazing. We continue to grow. We're growing. That's why we have to keep things moving. I've got new instructors coming in, so a lot of exciting things, and I'm just excited to have you guys as part of the journey. All right, so I will see you guys next Wednesday, and once again, thank you so much for tuning in. All right, toast to each and every one of y'all. Have an amazing and blessed rest of the week. Bye.